having fun. I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like. Get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down a ride for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check.
Chat Capital, what's good? Shred Lords. Shred Lords and Lordesses, how the heck we doing, twins? Market kind of took a little bit of a dip today, huh? Some of the boys is down bad today, huh? What's up, Shred Lords? What up, Shred Lords? How we doing? Hold on, let me get my track on real quick, man. I can't start streaming without my track. I like this one, but let's go with this.
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel.
I promised him that every stream I'm gonna start it with this banger, just to get me in the mental headspace to make some smart money moves. Oh snap! Wait, is that real? Is momentum really up 10% today? Yeah, it is 10%. Oh, crazy. Bet. It's one of my largest holdings. Chat. Let's check out our ticker. Sats is down. That's Boogie's pitch. Someone pitch ONDS. What is ONDS? What's happening? That's up 8%. What is Ondas? Who put us on this? Oh, they're the wireless data joints. And wireless drones. What else we got? P-Lab's flat. UEIC's down. KLAC is down. SNDK? Up. Is that for real? 9%? No shot. Dang. Go crazy, twin. Hey, there's money to be made here, y'all. Market might be pooping. Somebody out here making some money. All right, let me turn my K line down. Chat, how we doing? How we doing, y'all? Welcome to Tycoon Tuesdays. How the heck we doing, y'all? How the heck we doing? What we got going on? Happy Tuesdays. Hope everybody's having a W day. Hope everybody's having a W day, that you all are feeling good, looking good, making smart decisions, and you're just enjoying life. Chat Capital's theoretical portfolio is I think net we put up in, if we bought light, what stock did I have the most conviction in? Let's see how we're doing overall. We haven't bought anything yet. Let's see. I think the biggest thing is probably light stock, right? Like if we were to do this, y'all, SanDisk would have been popping today. Light would have been popping today. Google's down. I don't know why. Google's starting to lose its flair a little bit. Then you have Google. Hothead told us to do not Hothead. Stormy asked to buy Nvidia. That's down 4.5%. I wonder what's happening in the markets, y'all. I wonder what's happening in the markets. I wonder what the heck is happening. Rich Topic, you doing great? How you doing, man? I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing really good, man. Life is so good, bro. I had a nice little R&R day. Getting a lot of admin done. No real progress on the deal front. Lawyers are just doing lawyer things. We out here making moves, y'all. We out here making moves. Did a deep clean of the crib. Sometimes you just gotta do a little bit of get the house in order type of vibes. And then we did a bunch of studying and researching around just like broader what's happening in the markets. So we did a little offline market diligence, mainly into Netflix. I don't know if you guys do Netflix. It's Netflix Day. Happy Netflix Day. Netflix reduced their earnings, and they're kind of pooping the bed, guys. Kind of pooping the bed. Like if you look at the last month, 6 months, Netflix been kind of chalk. I ain't gonna hold you up. Netflix been a little chalk. It makes me question it though, because literally everybody has Netflix. Like, why isn't Netflix one of the best performing stocks in the entire world? Like, literally everyone's got Netflix. I don't think any other content platform can compete with it, besides YouTube. Hey, Chris, how you doing, Chris? Just a quick question on private equity. Why would PE firms need capital stack to operate, or is it just for real estate? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that question. Or is it just for real estate? Why do private equity firms need capital stack to operate? You mean like, well, in the world of private equity, Chris, you have LPs. These are limited partners. They're the folks that give private equity folks. Let me do like a quick, I'll do a quick summary, right? So for folks that don't know what private equity is essentially buying companies as if you were playing Monopoly. Going around the board and buying yourself properties and collecting cash flow from the other competitors. That is exactly what you're doing in private equity. Instead of properties, you're doing businesses. Where did private equity get the money from? Limited partners or LPs. These are typically high net worth individuals, institutional endowment funds, pension funds, state departments, all types of folks that have a retirement pool of capital that they want to continue to grow. And then private equity firms then go out and purchase companies using LP dollars. But that LP dollars represents the equity contribution into a deal, because just like how you buy a house, you can also buy just like how you go buy a house using real estate, so just like how you go buy a house using a mortgage, you can also buy a company using leverage, right? So stick with me, Chris. You have private equity firm. You raise dollars from institutional investors, pension funds, endowment funds. That is then the equity contribution into deals. Then you're also able to acquire companies using some leverage as well. It's like you buy a house using a mortgage. That's kind of like the capital stack. Oh, so the different types of it just depends on how expensive or cheap. So sometimes there's senior debt, sometimes there's mezzanine debt, sometimes there's like junk debt, all types of things. Senior unsecured debt, reinvest into the business, or do any other types of things. And sometimes debt is just simply used as a function of issuing dividends, strong enough to with debt on the balance sheet and still generate cash flow. So it just depends. It's not a universal, but hopefully that makes sense. Edwin, what's a good shred lord? App loving to a hard dip due to. Let's talk about it. I was about to look at app controversy. Let's just look up app love and stock. Let's just see what they're talking about. So it looks like the market's dipped a lot this morning and then kind of recovered. That's like all you day traders out there, that's a 5% swing in one day. That kind of goes hard, right? That kind of goes hard, y'all. All right. So app loving to a hard dip due to some. So what's happening with the controversy? Critical. Let's see what's happening here. I like app loving, y'all. Oop, downgrade to sell. Ooh, this is largely played out. No. Hold on. Where's the report? Negative Capital Watch report. Who's Capital Watch? Yes, sir, because I was thinking to add a lesson in my site about the capital stack and mezzanine debt due to lesson plans, but I don't know if it'll be beneficial to you too much. It's that's a very nuanced thing. I wouldn't spend, especially if you're doing an educational thing, Chris. I think it's pretty nuanced, and I would likely spend most of your educational stuff focused on just like the fundamentals of PE, how to pick a good business, how to leverage it appropriately. Maybe that can just be a more broader theme around like how do private equity firms finance deals. I think that's more of a beneficial conversation than the different types of leverage you can use, because it is going to change all the time, right? Like the sweet spot of the capital stack for a deal now is a lot different than when it was 5 years ago, a lot different than it was 10 years ago, because it all depends on how interest rates across different things are flowing, how the availability and tightening and loosening of underwriting policies evolves, all types of things. So like what you post today based on like the capital stack and mezzanine debt and junior unsecured, all that stuff, it won't be applicable in like a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Neil, what up, legend? How the heck you doing, Shred Lord? Happy Tycoon Tuesdays, man. I hope you're having an amazing day. What's happening? Hey, Edwin, what's I feel like Edwin got some inside scoop on app loving. What's happening, dog? Oh, okay. They just came out with a I like to call these equity research haters. Oh, I ain't even I gotta share my screen. I like to call these equity research haters. App loving stock falls after negative Capital Watch report. What they got going? Or Edwin, is there a different controversy? Capital Watch highlighted concerns over app loving's growth outlook and potential headwinds in the mobile advertising business. The research firm noted that monetization challenges could pressure revenue and margins in the near term. The report comes as AppLovin faces a short interest of about 5%, signaling investor caution. They didn't respond to it. Boom, boom. Recently traded at all-time highs. All right, let's see how it's traded. Do we buy the dip? We buying the dip, boys. We buying the dip. You chilling, O'Neal? That's good, man. That's good. Hey, I'm glad you're chilling, bro. Sometimes you gotta take time to just sit back and chill and vibe a little bit. You know what I'm saying, man? It's still up. It's still up 50% in the last 6 months. Almost 70% in 1 year. That's crazy. Hello, Inspire Thyself. Happy Tuesdays. Oh, wait. Can y'all not hear me? Uh-oh. Wait. W in the chat if you can hear me. Inspire Thyself. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sí, no. ¿Puedes escucharme o no? Did I get it right? All right, you can hear me. Inspire Thyself. Sorry if you can't hear me, but maybe unplug or plug in headphones, press the unmute button or mute. I would scream just so I can try, but I don't want to blow up everybody's ears. I'm on Rich Topics TV. Oh, you can hear me now? Hey, let's go! W. Welcome back. All right. Wait, Edwin, that's a big deal. Are we talking about the same app, loving? Bro, that's a big deal. Edwin, who's your source, bro? Hold on. Whoa. AppLovin share slide as global short seller alleges global money laundering ties. Okay. So Edwin, I would love to dive into this and read and provide my perspective, but I gotta be respectful though. I got ties to this business. We used to own it at KKR. I don't want to get myself into anything, so I'm gonna choose my battles. And feel free in the chat to provide as much perspective as you want on the asset and the name. But those are just one of those that I'm just gonna. I heard about it, went one ear out the other. I got no opinion. I don't have any ownership in the business. I think they're great, stellar people. Stand up folks. So, um, you know, it's that's gonna be my just moving on from there. So, as you can know, man, I got ties to it and the CEO and the family and stuff. So I gotta be careful. All right, swanging. What's happening with Japan? What's happening with Japan, y'all? Let's figure it out. Let's learn something today. Let's react to something. Hey, I hope everybody's doing a good day. All right, y'all did the W if it worked. Put a W in the chat if you're having a great day or had a good day. I want to hear how everybody's day going. I care a lot about you guys. Was it a W day, L day? It was a W day for me. While the market was crashing, one of my favorite stocks, Lumentum, popped 10%. Oh, snap. O'Neal, you just graduated and trying to apply to KKR at different companies. Let's go. Hey, W's in the chat for O'Neal. You just graduated. Let's go, twin. Congrats, bro. Let's freaking rock, man. I didn't know that. I knew you were a student. I didn't know you graduated. You're a freaking legend, bro. Congrats. Freaking congrats, dude. And so you want to recruit for private equity. And if you want to break into private equity, I think the playbook, my friend, Mr. O'Neal, is going to be, since you just graduated, you want to find a seat immediately that you can get investing experience, right? It could be paid, unpaid. Most we're going to accept are unpaid, by the way. But I think it's going to be hyper important that you just get experience to put something on your resume that you did deals or that you had prior internships and that you're looking at companies. Did you intern on the street before or in finance before? Or is it like fresh, new KKR ambitions? If you haven't worked in finance before, KKR is going to be really strict on like what your experience is. We got to get you some reps or something to put on your resume ASAP. You know what I'm saying? ASAP. But I would do a LinkedIn refresh. I would do a full sprint into the latest of what's happening in the markets. I like to call these like deep dives on sectors, right? It's a deliverable you can put together that allows for you to go to any firm and say, hey, I'm employable and I'm knowledgeable. And here's my deliverable on the sector that I've been spending a lot of time in. It could be anything, right? It could be AI memory. It could be land surveying. It could be laundromats. It could be HVAC, plumbing, whatever that is. Like try to put together a 5 to 10 page deck. And you can send it to us. We can take a look at it on stream, or we can work on it together. Just to like try to get a sense of what, like if you can showcase that you know how to look at a market, do some diligence on that market, find actionable private equity acquisition targets, and then present that to the team and say, hey, this is the work that I did. I am very much looking to, like here's my resume and my real life example of a deliverable that I could produce if I were on your team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, O'Neal, what's cool? Chris is in high school. He's trying to get into uni and do IB and PE. So you guys are literally just like 2 to 4 years in different stages. So you can provide a lot of value to Chris and all the other young bulls. But I hope everyone literally had a W freaking day. You know, when the market pukes like this, I get excited, bro. I get excited. I get so excited. Like when you see market fears like this, S&P down 2%, Japan and Greenland doing all this kind of nonsense, I get so excited. Like, let me tell you guys why it is so important to keep your calm and be excited about high conviction names when stocks collapse. Think of it as you go to the grocery store and you buy the same things at the grocery store every single week. But just so happens that those essential quality, high quality ingredient groceries are now 20% discount, 5% discount. Are you not going to buy the same groceries, even though you have conviction that the groceries are healthy, organic, and good for you and your family? No, So treat it exactly like the stock market, right? If you do the work and pick out a handful of quality, sound businesses that are good investments, and you realize that there's a certain day that they're on sale, buy it on clearance, twin. Buy it on clearance. That's how we rolling. Buy that thing on clearance. Does that make sense, you guys? Like, I'm not saying buy the dip on everything. Like, I'm very much saying if you have done the work to identify a theme that has incredible conviction, and you understand that that business fundamentally with its operations and its cash flow and its ability to grow has not changed. The only thing that has changed is the market fear and the underlying stock price. Then it's kind of like, hey, it's time to go ball, right? It's time to buy it up. Because now the price is a little bit mispriced because of how quality I think this business is. Oh, Rutgers? W. Rutgers. We used to play them at Michigan. Does Rutgers play Michigan anymore? Are we on the same roster still? Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, we play basketball. Dang, y'all got whacked. Hey, go blue. What about football? Oh, yeah, that's all I'm going to say, because it's been a while since we played Rutgers, though. Last time we played was September 23rd, 2023. Dang, twin. Dang, twin. Go blue, go blue, go blue. Rutgers is a great school, though. It's a really good school, man. You guys produce a lot of good, like, hard-working talent. All right, I really want to understand what's happening, like, with Greenland and Japan, all types of stuff, y'all. How can I get smarter on this? I got to figure out the best way for me to get smarter on this. I wish we had The Economist or something, but oh, you know who I really want to hear thoughts on this? I wonder if Johnny Harris has a video on this. Johnny Harris. Let's get smarter on this Greenland thing. Bro, this stuff is 20 minutes. Can we, like, shorten it a little bit, Sean? I'm so curious. You guys want to learn about this? Or is it boring? Well, screw it. I'm learning about it. All right.
Wix gives
Shout
you
out to
the
Wix.
power of AI to build the website you need. With full
Whoever controls the oceans has the power. And
Why?
here in the high north, a new ocean is being born.
His vids are insane.
I'm wandering through a graveyard of American military equipment on the largest island in the world.
Are you guys smart on Greenland?
Like, what I'm seeing here is just a bunch of American military infrastructure.
We're going to dive into that later. But, like, I'm so curious why Greenland is, like, moving the markets. From my understanding, what folks are really, really pressed about is national security. And we're going to see if it's right according to Johnny Harris. But, like, I think it's, like, a national security thing, right? To where... Wait, that I actually don't know. Where's Gemini? I need Gemini. What's going on with US and Greenland? It's a national security thing, right? And is it... And why is it moving the markets? Let's try to figure this out. We need to figure this out, yo. Hey, we just be getting smarter every day. Okay, so the recent volatility in the U.S. stock market is linked to an escalating geopolitical standoff between Trump and Greenland from Denmark. Okay, national security narrative. The administration frames the acquisition as a critical national security priority, primarily counter Chinese and Russian influence in the Arctic. Okay. Greenland sits within the GIUK gap. Greenland, Iceland, United Kingdom, a vital choke point for monitoring Russian naval movements in the northern Atlantic. Missile defense. It is home to the Pituffik Space Base, the northernmost U.S. military installation, which is critical for missile warning and space surveillance operations. Okay. The island holds a lot of rare earth minerals. Ooh, I know about that. Did y'all know that? Did you know that? Did you know that? I didn't know that. Why don't we just Gemini or GPT it? Yeah, we're doing it right now. We learn about everything. I feel like we don't need to watch the Johnny Harris one. We're learning everything we need to know. Research competition. The island holds vast untapped reserves. How many reserves are like? Why is there still so many untapped reserves across the world? Like we haven't ran out of everything yet. When it comes to just like freaking gold, silver, lithium, copper, we still got stuff. Dang, it's a big world out there. All right. Essential for high-tech defense systems and electric vehicle batteries. Control over these would reduce U.S. dependence on China, which currently dominates the global market. Okay, that makes sense. Wall Street suffered since October due to tactics being used to force the deal. Tariff threats. We're back to this mess again, huh? We all know what happened back in like April and May last year with all these tariff nonsense. Spooked the market, but brought up some of the greatest buying opportunities for some good names. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe that could be a play. They keep beefing about Greenland. Tariff this, tariff that. None of it actually comes to fruition. Granted, some of it's like some real economic impact across different geographies. But for some of these underlying businesses. All right. So the tariff threats. To pressure European allies into a deal, Trump threatened a 10% tariff starting February 1st, rising to 25% by June on imports from 8 NATO countries, including Germany, France, and the UK. All right. Strained alliances and potential retaliation from the EU, which is considered its own counter tariffs worth $109. I don't think $109 billion worth of tariffs is that big. It's pretty small, right? Nvidia is worth trillions. No one really cares. I think it's because you're on Twitch, Chris. Or it might be delayed on YouTube too. Might be delayed on YouTube, twins. Oh, it could be a short-term play. If geopolitical nonsense keeps on going, back into gold. Right? What y'all think? It's down probably. Just kidding. Hey, I paid for this little chain here. I bought it back in 20. And I lost my Jesus piece. I had a little Jesus hanging off of this chain and I lost it. So therefore, my intrinsic value of my assets explicitly stated, we will continue to ignore political and economic forecasts, which are an expensive distraction for many investors. Yo, why are we paying attention to this? This doesn't even move the needle. All right. To him, trying to predict if the US will actually buy Greenland or if EU will retaliate is a fool's game. Fascinating. Okay. Tariffs are an act of war. Calling them act of war to some degree. Wait, it's counterintuitive between those 2 points. Fear is your friend. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Ooh. That's deep, right? Did you guys hear that? Let me go full screen. I don't think you guys understood that. I don't think you guys understood that. Like, that's like a really important point when it comes to investing, especially when it comes to like macro stuff. The play is be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. What causes fear in the markets? Crazy, loud, political, macroeconomic events, crazy big announcements for companies, crazy scary announcements for companies, anything that like on surface seems quite frightening, but to the underlying operations doesn't even move the needle. Really big, loud, scary macro, tariffs, all these other things. Is it truly going to impact how many people are drinking Coca-Cola? Is it truly going to impact how many people are buying iPhones? Not really, in my opinion. So when the fear index starts to really increase and you're starting to see a lot of dips in stocks and markets, that honestly could be a really solid opportunity to buy the dip on certain things. So as Papa Warren Buffett would always say, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. So when you see crazy loud macro events that is just noise and fluff, that could be a good opportunity to buy the dip if the fundamentals in the stocks that you are buying have not changed. Hey, we learning a lot today, y'all. We learning a lot today. I'm in my investor bag today, y'all. All right, next. I'm also very curious about this. What could cause a correction in gold? Does anybody know? I don't own any gold right now besides my chain. What could cause a correction in gold? It's been on a rip over the last 5 years, but what fundamentally cause a correction? What are institutional investors worried about when it comes to gold? Like there are some funds that like only buy commodities. Isn't that crazy? All right. Okay. So, fundamental triggers for a correction. Rising real interest rates. Gold is a non-yielding asset. It doesn't pay dividends or interest, and it doesn't have any type of income. When central banks rise interest rates, the opportunity cost of holding gold increases. Institutional investors often rotate out of gold and into government bonds or high-yield savings when real interest rates increase. That makes sense, right? When the Fed increases interest rates, that increases the interest rates across a bunch of other types of fixed income, or aka debt, or aka bonds. So then, if you're not really getting real yield from gold and it's all price speculation, but you're getting like true yield increase improvements in a fixed asset that's probably safer, like treasuries or not treasuries, like government bonds or I don't know, any type of like fixed income assets, or if you're lending, you can probably get a way better return. But we're in a rate cutting environment. So it kind of makes sense. All right, strengthening US dollar. Gold is internationally priced in dollars. When the dollar gains strength, reflecting confidence in US economy, gold becomes more expensive for global buyers, leading to a mechanical drop in demand and price. Geopolitical de-escalation. Much of the 2025-2026 rally was rallied by a safe haven. You see all these conflicts, right? Like conflicts in the Middle East, conflict in Ukraine, beef over Greenland. Like, it's just like a weird setup, man. Do we like what's our view? I don't want to get too political on this, but if our view is the world's going to get messier, it's going to be beef globally, and there's going to be as much geopolitical escalation as there was last year, then gold could theoretically be a good play. The only issue is gold is just not an income producing asset. Like, you're not earning anything from gold. It's simply price speculation. Like, I buy gold at $1 because I assume that someone tomorrow is going to pay $1.50. You feel me? You see how they kind of, it becomes counterintuitive in a little bit. Demand destruction from high prices. Yeah, that's facts. All right. Let's see what else happened in the world. Let's see what's happening in the world. America's adventurism is unsettling China. Literally all the news is Trump. It's as if like these reporters don't have anything else about a business to talk about. This is what I like to read. This is some good stuff. All right. Microsoft chief warns AI boom could falter without wider adoption. Why would he say that? AI boom could falter without wider adoption. All right. So we just need more people to use AI. Tell your friends and your family to start adopting and using AI, so that we don't have a boom and we don't have a crash in the AI boom. We're about to have a lot of equity in that. All right. Dollar and U.S. stocks fall as Trump says no going back on Greenland bid. Okay. Netflix highlights industry competition as it seeks Warner Brothers deal. We're going to talk about Netflix in like a few minutes, guys. Netflix is a really big sort of like case study that I want to dive into. We spent a lot of time pre-stream learning about Netflix. There's like some real narratives that we need to spend time thinking about. Do you guys use Netflix? Wait, let's do a poll. How do I do a poll on here? Can I do a poll on here? Put W in the chat if you use Netflix, or L if you don't use Netflix. W Netflix or L Netflix? Let me go what you guys use. I personally use Netflix. And let's see. Top Netflix shows. I wonder what are the top Netflix shows. I think one of the top shows that I watched on Netflix is probably I think some of the top shows that I watched on Netflix was probably I'm obsessed with Peaky Blinders. Right? It's like Peaky Blinders is definitely one of those things where it's like I got to watch it. Let me see. There's Peaky Blinders. What else is there? Top Netflix shows. His and Hers. Bridgerton. Nah, I've never seen Bridgerton. Dark. Beef. Is Beef good? Oh wait, I've seen it. Yeah, Beef was good. There's I haven't watched that much TV. I gotta get my TV game up. You know what's funny, y'all? I've only seen like a few episodes of Stranger Things. Isn't that crazy? I've only seen a few things of Stranger Things. Rich Topic, you don't use Netflix? That's how you know you hustling, man. Y'all out there hustling. Y'all out there hustling. Richard, how we doing, legend? Happy not Sunday. It's Tuesday. Happy Tycoon Tuesday. We out here talking about Netflix. His and Hers, I gotta check that out. I think the best show that I've actually seen in a minute, that's like a real TV show, isn't actually on Netflix. Like something that I was like really obsessed with is actually this Last of Us. Did you guys see Last of Us? That is actually such a good show. Last of Us was a banger show. Just free movies with ads on YouTube and Tubi. Hey, Rich, stop. That's facts, bro. That is so facts. Like you're doing it the right way. You're doing it the right way, bro. You're totally doing it the right way. Where's my OBS? There it is. Just free movies with ads on YouTube and Tubi. You watch one of them, you be watching like the early 2000 TV shows that YouTube has with ads, like Training Day and like Friday. Yeah. I rarely watch TV too. It's either just anime or Last of Us, Sopranos. Ooh. Hey, that's a play. Sopranos? Wow. The only thing I watch is Twitch and YouTube. That's facts. Like if you were to see what I consume, like all I consume really is right now it's this show To Your Eternity on Crunchyroll. Oh, no worries, Chris. Chris be locked in, y'all.